Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. So yes, I want to start off, you guys. It was 2 years today that Gannon was reported missing. So what I'm going to ask from you guys to put all the blue hearts in chat for Gannon. Today is marks the 2-year anniversary of when he was reported missing. So put those blue hearts in the chat for Gannon. Let's light the chat up blue for Gannon, you guys. Okay, so this is supposed to be starting at 3:30 Eastern, which is in about 10 minutes. I ask you guys, just click out of the chat. Make sure you got live chat clicked at the top instead of top chat. Click live chat. And also, if you guys can smash the like button on your way in, it lets everybody know that we are live. A lot of people don't get the notifications, so smashing that like button does send out the video into the algorithm and lets people know that we are live. Ms. Bone Doe to you. No, it cannot be recorded. You're not allowed to record it. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm waiting to see there. I'm waiting to see if I can get in the room. But from what I'm hearing is that the defense filed a motion because she doesn't want to be in the courtroom. So I have heard word that she's going to be at least forced to get on a WebEx from the jail because there is an outbreak apparently at the jail too of COVID. So we don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. The live chat button is right at the top of your chat screen. You will see top chat or live chat. Click on the live chat. Thank you, Corey H., for being here. I believe you're the only mod so far. No, Rosie's here too. Good, thank you. Marie's here too. Great. We may have some problems with this afternoon, you guys. Please keep a watch on the chat for anything nasty. And also for the sex things that come in. You can tell because it'll be like VOR dot something. And if you feel that something is debatable, just remove the comment and I will check it to see if they should be either just timed out and given a warning or if they should be blocked. And then I will do that. Except for the sex things, you can block them, hide them from the channel. So I'm expecting that there may be some problems in here because of what was tried to do. I'm sure that that person is in the room that tried to start some crap over on Twitter. Thank you, Stacy Love. Thank you so much. And it helps, believe me. There you go. Thank you so much for that, Stacy. I appreciate it. Which I'm debating right now what I'm going to do with what was done by this certain female. She may be in chat. Because I can also add extortion to the list of things that I can go after her for, because she threatened that I better stay away from this case and not cover the Letecia Stauch case anymore, or else she was going to dox me, saying she has all my information and everything. Well, we'll see if that happens, because if it does, this girl's going to have so many problems she's not going to know what to do with. So I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you, everybody, for putting the blue hearts in chat for Gannon. Today marks 2 years that he was reported missing. Oh, AJ, it was a big cluster. You know what? Somebody started trying to say that I was live streaming the WebEx from the other day with Barry Morphew when it wasn't true. She caused a lot of problems in the court and wasted a lot of their time. So I'm sure the court is going to have some repercussions for her too. But she also tried to blame me and AK for live streaming a WebEx that you're not allowed to live stream. But then she turned around and also said that she had all my information and she doxed me if I don't leave the Letecia Stauch case alone. Well, I don't take threats. Don't deal with it. I'm very well protected, and I've got enough legally to go after this woman if she wants to. Woman, girl, whatever the hell she is. She has since blocked me, but there's even people that she follows. I'm still getting information as to what she's doing. So we do have her IP address and the name and address that goes with that. So better be careful. So if she is here and you want to try and dox me, make sure you do it right the first time, because we're coming at you. There's my sister going to pick up my niece from school, who my sister is calling baby Lucifer. Yes, Gannon's caught everybody's heart. So Karen Cox, you want to start already, eh? Don't use that in my chat. I'm telling you, you're gone. Well, the court has all the information that we have found on a certain person, so they better be careful. I don't do anything that I'm not legally allowed to do, so. Okay, so let's see this, see if there's anything new here yet. Okay, so I want to show you guys something. Let me just make this bigger. Okay, so I want to show you guys this before we start the hearing. This is where Gannon used to live. And I want to show you what the neighbors there have done This is on.
About it the other day, and
I'll give credits for this in
we
the
remembered everything.
description.
Sitting under the southern Colorado mountains is a neighborhood. It feels like time can't touch.
The biggest thing I remember is how the night that he disappeared.
See this? They're going to put that at the memorial for Gannon that the parents have. They came together, the whole neighborhood came together and made this for Gannon. Also, I just want to jump up here. This is the neighborhood had lit up all in blue for Gannon, as we are on the day that he went missing 2 years ago. Everybody had blue lights out for Gannon. So I just wanted to show you that you guys, before we get started. Just goes to show what love does, right? And he has touched so many hearts. So also, there's a message that Gannon's mom had put out. Save every moment that you have with your children. Okay. So that's a comment that she had put out. I will link that video. Hang on a sec. Actually, I'm going to retweet it, you guys. So once we're done the hearing today, you guys can go over and see that. It'll be linked on my page as a retweet from the person who got it. Yeah, so the whole Lorson Ranch area really did a big tribute to him. So, okay, so we are getting going, you guys. Now, I can't rebroadcast this, so I will be letting you guys know what is going on from what I'm seeing and hearing. But we are not allowed to rebroadcast this. I believe that this is going to be some motions that were filed and some decisions regarding this competency and her mental state after Gannon was reported missing. So this isn't during, this isn't just before. She says that the reason she did the things she did after he went missing was because of her mental state. So she's going to try, I believe she's going to try and say that she had a mental breakdown or something and didn't know what she was doing. I don't know. But if you do hear me go silent for a bit, you guys, it's because I'm listening to what is going on. And then I will bring you a recap as it's going. I do believe she has to hang on a sec, you guys. There's a So they're about to get underway, you guys. The judge is in the courtroom. Letecia's daughter was not charged, but she is on the witness list for the prosecution. Mama Bear, you can piss right off because AK was blamed too. And then she turned around and blamed me, so piss off. Get out of here. How's that? Anybody else wants to try it? Go ahead. Okay, so it's about to start, you guys. There's going to be some pretrial issues talked about. There's some motions. They're going to start with the motions. Now, this is the motion to suppress the cell phone evidence. The defense is trying to suppress that evidence from her cell phone. So the prosecution is saying that it was not overly broad, the search warrant on Letecia's phone. But the defense is saying it was way too broad. So the defense is trying to get the cell phone evidence thrown out. Defense is trying to say that it was just a general warrant and not specific enough. So they're not, they didn't limit it by date or crime. Said that there was other computer things and phones that were in her purse that they could have done the same thing to. So that's why they're saying that the warrant was too broad. They're saying everything on her phone was seized and taken. And they're saying, the defense is saying it's a clear violation. They're just going over another case that the defense was referring to support their motion to suppress that evidence of Letecia's phone. The judge is saying that that's a distinguishable case, and he was the judge in that case. He's saying that this case is different than that one. No, wakey, I can't stream this one, but I am listening to it. So I'm listening to it and telling you what's going on. Saying in this case, the warrant was requested on January 30th with a supporting affidavit. He's saying that the defendant refused to meet with the police for like 40 hours after. She called in sick to work. She didn't call in. She texted work and said that she couldn't come in. Was on the 28th of January, she called into texted into work and said that her father-in-law had been killed, so she couldn't come to work. Simply Susan, no. So the judge is saying that there's a lot of communication between family and her husband on that phone. There's an inference that it might have been the case that that's a phone that was being used for all the communication. The cell phone was also linked to the Ring doorbell system at home. So he's going through the reasons why they had reason to get a warrant on that phone. The allegation was her phone was the only phone that was linked to the Ring doorbell. So based on her conduct and the use of the phone doing the things that she was doing, that was reason enough for them to search that phone, basically. Also, she was using a text app. She was using an app to post social media posts. And it was linked to the Ring doorbell, and it also showed her travels. He doesn't find that the warrant is overbroad, so it's going to be allowed. And because of the hang on, you guys. Because of what action she was taking, that the warrant was not, he doesn't find that the warrant was too broad. Motion to suppress the contents of the cell phone denied. The defense is still arguing that they could have narrowed the scope of the warrant, and they didn't. He's still arguing it. The judge has already made his decision that he squashed the motion. The judge is saying, I've already made my ruling. He's saying the good faith exception does not apply to this warrant. Okay, next motion. Motion to suppress wiretap evidence because it's a somewhat similar. He did review 120 pages of the affidavit for the wiretap warrant. The record needs to be clear, so he's going to go through a few points. They're mentioning Tylee Britt, mentioned in the probable cause affidavit. Is there any argument that Kylie Britt is actually a real person? And they said no. Are they arguing that this Britt person is somebody different than the defendant? And they said no either. If Kylie Britt is a real person and is somebody different than the defendant, then they're already past that, he says. There was 2 wiretaps authorized. He's giving phone numbers. So there was one request at the beginning of February and the next one February 10th. He's reviewed their motions and their filings on it, and he's asking if anybody has anything else to add. Tellini standing up. He's saying that it could be a statutory violation. He's talking about not applying he's saying that the good faith doesn't apply. So the judge is going to rule on it now. He's dealing with each wiretap separately. Phone number 1. Appears to be obtained by the defendant shortly after her phone was seized from Walmart. The warrant requested a lot of information from that phone as well as the wiretap. On any conversations from that phone. Verbal conversations, texts, multimedia, cell site location, GPS tracking, and registry information. He says there was probable cause to get that warrant for the wiretap. He's saying that the wiretap does not violate the necessity. So it seems to me he's going to allow that wiretap. And this is a phone that she got at Walmart when she was in the process of trying to leave the state. Law enforcement wanted to find out where she was going and what was being said, and they had a strong suspicion that a homicide had taken place. So this is all part of the affidavit to get that wiretap. Oh, he just said something interesting, you guys. He's just going through some of the affidavit in order to get that wiretap. And he said that it was thought that she was one of the people that moved him. That's why they got the wiretap for the next number. He doesn't feel like it violated the necessity either. Wiretap 1 is supported by probable cause. Phone number 2. It was obtained a week after the first phone. And it looks like the first phone. So the second phone was bought a week after the first phone. The wiretaps were limited to 30 days. Okay, so they got information from an unknown subject saying that she was no longer using the first phone, that she was now using the second phone. And it was the second phone number had the same phone number as the one that El Paso had already seized, just a different phone. Okay, so she called AT&T to have her old phone number transferred to her new one. And she attempted to make some changes to the phone account because Mr. Stauch's name was also on the account. And she wanted the old phone number on the new phone, but under a new account. They only intercepted 8 oral and 6 text messages on phone number 1. Then she started using phone number 2. The unidentified source of information did not want further contact with the defendant. This all occurred when she was in a separate jurisdiction. So the wiretap warrant on that the defense is trying to have thrown out, the court finds the issuance of the warrant is established by probable cause, and it doesn't violate the necessity requirements. Okay, the last motion, I think, suppress the ADT system because there was a search of the ADT. It's a home security system. So the defense is trying to suppress that too. The prosecution's asking the court to find the same outcome as they have for the other motions that have already been ruled on. The arrest affidavit, the warrant does lay out specifics of what they wanted, what they were looking for. Law enforcement did need a broad pull of data. Tellini says, Tellini's saying there's no date range on the data that they were requesting in the warrant or a date. So again, he's just saying that it wasn't specific enough. That's what he's trying to go with. He says, being the way the warrant was issued, that they could have went back through years of data if they wanted to. He's saying it's not specific enough. Gregory Werner's going to rule on it. Judge is explaining the difference between a warrant on something like an ADT system or a cell phone. He's saying that the cell phone has a lot of other personal information on it and is used for more than just phone call and texting. So it's a lot different than an ADT system because cell phones are used for a lot of different things. So basically what he's saying is that they're not comparable, which Tellini's trying to do. They have to make sure other information that's not involved with the case, they have to protect those things that are not part of the case, but with the ADT system, they don't fall under the same requirements. It's there to provide security for your home. It's not an invasion of privacy as to like your everyday life. So they're saying there's not the same concern as you would with somebody's cell phone on an ADT system. They're totally different. The ADT can't give up a lot of personal information as a phone could. A cell phone is basically, you think it's private for you and you alone, whereas an ADT system is not covered under that same blanket. So he's going to rule on it. If the ADT is going to be allowed in. I believe that motion 2 is going to be denied. And being that the defendant herself raised the scope of getting that warrant because of what the crime that was committed, and said that it could have been somebody else in the house at the same time, she rose those suspicion, so that gives them the reason to search that. Thank you, Des. Thank you, Des. I appreciate that. This is hard. This is so much different than just reading it. When I'm listening to what the judge is saying and then trying to reply to you and get it out here, it's hard. So that's why if you guys hear me like cut off, that's why I'm trying to listen to what he's saying and then trying to reply and say it to you guys. It's not easy. Doesn't feel that it was a general warrant on the ADT system. The motion to suppress the ADT is also denied. Last motion. Motion for change of venue. He's saying it's too premature to address that at this point. There's 2 other things he wants to talk about. Jury selection issue, how it's going to be done. He's tinkering with a questionnaire. He said more concerning is a January 10 letter to evaluation, 2 people that did an evaluation. He's going to read part of it. End of February, they're going to schedule there's a problem because the trial starts March 28th and the doctors say they can't get her in for this evaluation till the end of February. And they wouldn't be able to get the report to the judge until March 31st, but the trial starts March 28th. So he's finding a problem with it. Okay, so they've gone to a sidebar, so they've muted everything, so I can't hear anything right now, you guys. But I'm telling you, this is different because I got the judge in my ear, and I'm trying to repeat to you guys without getting confused as to what he's saying. So this is very new to me, so please have a little bit of patience with me. I'm trying my best here. But right now, all the microphones are off, so sorry, you guys. I did hear Tellini say that he had something he needed to discuss, and then the mics went off. So obviously, it's something that we're not allowed to hear. And I did pop over to StreamYards. Thank you, Simply Susan. Thank you. Whoever, all I see is 99 cents at the top, you guys. So whoever did send that super sticker, thank you. It's mind-boggling sometimes. So it's like, but it's very hard when you got the judge and everybody else that's talking in the courtroom. I've got that in one ear, and then I'm trying to relay it to you guys. And when I'm talking, I can't hear what's being said, but I can hear parts of it, and I'm getting myself confused, I think. But I tried to get it out the best that I can. Thank you, Kat H. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I have the judge in my ear. I'm listening to it. I can't show you guys it, and I can't restream it, but I can sit in on the court right now and listen to it and then re-report it. Not re-record, but report what I'm hearing. Okay, they're back. They're back. CHMIP report. They're going to deal with it on March 17th. In the meantime, they want both sides to be thinking about the trial and the process. He's asking the prosecution for how long for the trial. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Missy. Prosecution saying 4 weeks. 6 weeks total. Plus jury selection. Tellini asks Tellini if he thinks that's about right, and Tellini says, yeah, it seems about right. So 6 weeks plus the jury selection. So by February 11th, the judge said he needs both sides to get the list of witnesses. And that's important. He's working on a questionnaire for the jury selection. He had 1,200 that were brought in for jury selection. So he's going to write up a good questionnaire for jurors. Thank you, Des. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Missy. Well, the voir dire is going on. He needs 2 courtrooms. Thank you, Des. I love it. Thank you so much, you guys. So he's going to use 2 courtrooms for the jury selection, voir dire. Victim's family is going to be there. And they'll have room for 2 media. The plan that he will live stream audio only, the voir dire to another courtroom. Thank you, Fluffy. Judge Bentley, courtroom in West Tower. So they're going to have a main courtroom and an overflow courtroom. The jury selection part is only going to be audio because he doesn't want the jurors' faces shown. Each side will have an hour for voir dire. Panel of 7 to get a panel of 70 qualified. Thank you, Comptu. I appreciate each and every one of you. So they're going to try and get it down to 70 qualified and then bring it down from there. And they're going to get it down to 70 in 2 separate courtrooms from about 1,200 that are going to be selected to come in. They need 16 preamps and 16 jurors. 32. If they get 70, at least 70 qualified within a couple of days, then he'll stop the jury selection and then they'll bring it down from there. He's thinking it's going to take at least a week to select a jury. Well, Air S, there's probably going to be 1,200 that papers are sent out to. They're going to get them down to 70. Once they have 70 that are qualified, he's going to stop. The other ones will not have to come in. And then they will bring it down from that. He's going over what some of the questions that are going to be on the jury questionnaire. Please smash that like button, you guys. Show some appreciation for me. Well, it's not in Texas, Compute. This is in Colorado. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, hon. Thank you, Sensible Crime. 208 likes, 390 people in here. Please smash the like. This is going to bring them all in the courtroom. Give them the questionnaires. Swear them in. Give them 20 minutes to fill it out. No attorneys and defendants not present during that process. It's just to swear them in, tell them what the case is about, and have them fill out the questionnaire. If they have any questions that they intend to ask, they have to write it down on a paper. Staff will not be answering questions. They'll hold on to them questions, and the judge will come in, do his introductory, and answer those questions. Thank you, Justice Seeker. Thank you, Missy. Thank you. Thank you, Missy. Just going over how this jury selection is going to go. It says to pay attention to the questionnaires because he doesn't want, we don't need to know what certain opinions are if they're not going to be available during that time. They could be going on vacation, could have a wedding, could have anything. So please check the questionnaires. So we can get those excused and narrow down the qualified. Bringing 70. Sorry, you guys. Bringing 70 in a day, they should be able to get it narrowed down within the week. But he does want them to check the people's questionnaires to rule out those who are not going to be available for that time, for the time of the trial. We will never forget about Suzanne Cadage. So what he just said is he says you're going to be selecting people out of the jury pool as if you're selecting for a child sexual assault case until they get it broken down to 70. I don't know why they said that, but they're trying to figure out when they're going to be starting opening statements. He's not going to penalize anybody for a late start because they don't know how long it's going to take to get the jury. So even if they have their jury on Wednesday, if people aren't ready to, if the defense or prosecution isn't ready to go to Monday, then he's not going to hold anybody accountable for that. So April 4th, they're thinking of opening statements. That's what they're shooting for. So the trial starts March 28th. It'll be Monday to Friday. As long as he has somebody to cause his to cover his Thursday docket. And the judge says, that's my problem, not yours. I will make sure I am here Monday to Friday for this trial. A 9 a.m. start each morning. They're going to have 18 in the box. No, I don't think she is, sis. So they're going to have 18 in the box. They're going to have 16 and then 2 alternatives. It's going to require the prosecution. It's going to require that the prosecution has privacy screens on their computers so people in the gallery cannot see what's on their computers. She's supposed to be there, Betty, by WebEx. The electronics at the table will be bolted to the table. It's going to be, if you have a laptop or anything on the table, it's going to be tethered to the table. It's got to be attached to the table, and that's for security reasons. It's something that's going to attach to the laptop so they can't be grabbed and thrown, I guess. So it attaches to your computer, and then he's saying it's to keep your laptop from falling off the table. I think it's because they don't want Letecia having something to grab and throw. He says it cuts down on damaged laptops. That's what the judge is saying. But I believe it's so Letecia doesn't have anything she can grab. And he's saying for the prosecution, you're going to need a long tether. Thank you, Susan. And that's for jury selection and a full trial. They have to be tethered down. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate you. So he's just asking now if anybody has any questions about the process and jury selection. So he denied all the motions that the defense filed to suppress. There's one further matter. They were just I don't know what it was, but the judge just granted. Okay. And that's it. Whoops. Okay. Hang on, you guys. Okay, hang on. Just give me a second, you guys, here, so I can get rid of this. Make sure I'm not yapping in the courtroom and making any noise. Okay, so that was different. To listen to everything going on in the courtroom and trying to repeat it. I think if I typed it out, it probably would have been easier on me, because I'm hearing my voice as I'm trying to listen to his to tell you guys what was being said in that courtroom. Okay, so I don't know. Hang on a second here. I don't know if I put this one up. So thank you, Susan. I'm sorry if I did not put it up already. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who gave super stickers and super chats and everything else. There's another one. Doug, hi Doug, love you too, my brother from a different mother. We got no thanks in here. Thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate you. So what we have now is, from what they're saying, is they're thinking it's going to take a minimum 4 days to select a jury. They're going to have 1,200 people, a letter sent out that they have to come in for jury duty. From that, they're going to have 70 in each room. They're going to use 2 rooms. And they're going to break it down till they get 70 qualified, and then break it down from there. They're going to have 18 and 18. So they have backups in case something happens with a juror or whatever. They will have at all times 18 in the box. They need 16 for a verdict. So what do we know? We know now that the defense did not have, they wanted the cell phone warrant squashed, so they didn't want that being able to use. The cell phones that Letecia, so we got some more information there, you guys. Letecia went, once they took her phone when she went in for her police interview, they took her phone. She went and bought another one. And that was a totally different number, okay? Because it was just like a throwaway phone or whatever. She waited a week and then went and bought another phone, called AT&T to request the number that she had. The police had that phone though, but she got that same number, but she wanted a different account number on it. So that's the 2 phones that they got taps on. And that is why, because they knew somebody snitched on her. Somebody she thought she could trust snitched on her. Appreciate you being here, Doug. And yes, thank you for your donation. So somebody snitched on her and they want nothing more to do with her. So are they going to be on the witness list? I don't know. There was a name brought up. I did tell you guys the name. I forget what it is now. You guys know me and my memory. But there's a name there that I don't know if it's another name that Letecia was using, because they're not sure that it's even a real person. So there was some talk about that. Also, both the prosecution and defense have to have their witness lists in by February 11th. They are going to be back for another hearing on March 17th. Letecia is going to be going the end of February for this new evaluation. Now, this evaluation, don't forget, it's not before she harmed Gannon. It's not during the offense. This is how she, her mental state after she committed the offense. So they're going to be doing an evaluation on that. Where the problem lies with that is they can't get her in until the end of February. And the doctors, the 2 doctors that are going to evaluate her, said that they wouldn't be able to get the report to the court until March 31st. But her trial starts on March 28th. So they're going to leave it starting on March 28th, and they're going to use a week to do jury selection. So by the time the trial actually starts, they're shooting for April 4th. That will give everybody a few days to go over this report, because it won't be in until March 31st, but they'll be in the middle of jury selection for that. So that's why they're saying that they're going to shoot for April 4th for opening statements from both defense and prosecution. So it looks like things are staying on track, you guys, which is good. The judge denied all motions from the defense to squash the warrants on the phones, Letecia's initial phone, and then the 2 phones that she bought, and the ADT security. And there was something else too, but I think that's when they went into quietness, because I think there's something else there too that we aren't privy to yet. But there was a name brought up, you guys, that I've never heard that name before. So is somebody trying to mess around, or is somebody trying to give evidence, or gave information and just used a fake name? We don't know. We'll probably hear more about that in the trial. But so far, I do know that her daughter Harley is on the prosecution's witness list. I know that for a fact, because I've seen that witness list. It's been, I don't think we can see it now. I think they've sealed it, but I will look through my paperwork and I will see if I can find that, because I did download it. So, Drama must remain on the stage. Hello, hon. How are you? I haven't seen you in so long. Spirit Moon, thank you, my dear. Yeah, she did a lot of different things. So don't forget, she also assaulted the female officer that was transporting her back from North Carolina. So I don't know if she's still facing charges on that, or if they've dropped it. I don't know. Don't forget, she tried her escape attempts and then tried to say that somebody was putting stuff in her peanut butter. And yeah, I don't know if you guys, how many of you seen that? I had put that up on one of my last videos, where one of her aliases was also Taylor Swift she used. That's on her arrest record as one of her aliases, Taylor Swift. Yeah, and so there's this new one now today that just came out too. So it looks like everything is on track, you guys. Thank the good Lord. Good news on the day that, you know, it is today, on the day that Gannon was reported missing. We got good news out of the court. This is going forward. No more delays. I don't know if Letecia was there. I didn't see her on the WebEx list. I was in the WebEx. I was allowed to be in there. I just could not stream it. But I am allowed to repeat what I'm hearing, as long as I am not giving you guys the audio right from the court or showing you the video right from the court. So there you go. But that'll probably be the next allegation, that I streamed the court WebEx, which I did not do. So, anything that you guys have questions about before we close this off? And that's good, because it was all done in like an hour and 15 minutes. Yes, but there's apparently the lawyers did file a motion because there's an outbreak at the jail. So I do believe that she had to be there via WebEx, but nothing was said about it. So, and there was no video. It was only audio. There was no, I couldn't even see the judge. So you couldn't see the courtroom at all. All there was squares, like you see my pulsing wings here. That's all you could see. You couldn't actually see them themselves. You only see their pulsing things like my wings here. Okay, Rosie, thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you've done today. I appreciate you, as well as the other mods. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and keeping things on track in the chat, which is good. As far as I know, well, my sister didn't message me, I don't think, during this. So I think that there was only the one person that came in trying to cause some trouble that had to be dealt with, and maybe a couple of the sex things. So other than that, I think we did pretty well today. So I'm thankful for that. I don't like being mean to anybody, you guys. I don't like having to ban people from my chat, but there's stuff that I just won't put up with. I won't put up with attacks against me, my mods, or my subscribers. Bottom line. And if I choose to address something that happened, I will address it. If I choose to cover Letecia's case, I'm going to cover it. And trying to threaten me, saying that you're going to put out my information and dox me if I continue with this, then there's a problem there, because now that's extortion. So we can add a long list of things to this person if she wants to keep going and sending her goons in here, because each and every one of them are going to be blocked. So pretty ballsy of her to block me on Twitter so I can't see what she's doing, but she's going to come over here and try and start trouble. It's not going to happen, because I will take action there and have her lose her accounts for causing problems like that and sending people here to cause problems. Thank you, Des, for taking care of that. I just seen it. Okay. Drama says, hi, love. I'm here often, just sit and listen, but this one gets me. Long crime sent cease and desist to an Addy, and he's going to fight them because no infringement. What? Long crime sent a cease and desist to an Addy, and he's going to fight them because no infringement, but it's not original. What? See, the YouTube community is getting way out of hand, you guys. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, it's fair use and unreal. But thank you, Drama Must Remain on the Stage. I was wondering where you had been lately, so it's nice to see your pretty face. Fluffy Hedgehog, thank you for being here. So, I mean, I owe you guys just as much thanks as you guys give me, because you guys are here and supporting and listening. So I appreciate you just as much. Is there more tomorrow? No, there's nothing tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day off from all of this, you guys. Thank gosh, I do need a day off to just breathe and be able to sleep in. It's almost like I want to have one glass of wine tonight, so I sleep the whole night into probably noon tomorrow. That would do it. One glass of wine. But I'm scared of waking up with a hangover, so I don't know if I'll do that. But who knows? Oh, thank you, Air. You guys are so sweet and so caring. I just can't thank you guys enough. So thank you very much, you guys. Missy says, do it. Yeah, and I'll wake up with a hangover. One glass of wine, I guarantee you, I'm going to wake up with a hangover. Thank you, Spirit Moon. And thank you for standing up and standing by and helping out. And you know what I'm talking about. Drama says, it's not original works covering courts, so it's not copyrighted. No, it's not. Like even mine, if people want to use parts of this, it's fair use. So, I mean, I just don't get it. I don't care who reuses, like, as long as they give me credit. But I mean, my stamp is up in the corner there. So if they want to go over my stream, my whole live that I just did and do some commentary and add their own commentary, cool. I just don't get it. I don't know why people can't. We're all supposed to be fighting for the same thing, for these victims. So I don't get why people are fighting. Well, I got that first, and why are you re-showing it? Blah. I don't know. I don't get it. There might be something I'm missing, but I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Okay. Thank you. K-Ran just said Letecia was in court sitting next to her attorneys per Catherine Silver on Twitter. Thank you so much for that. So I wasn't following anybody on Twitter today because
Hello?
yes, sis. I haven't seen your whole message, but yes, Spirit Moon. Just a minute here. I'm going to take care of that right now, where I got to find Spirit Moon first. Spirit Moon, can you please type something to the chat? Spirit Moon, where are you? Where are you, Spirit Moon? And you need to update me, Spirit Moon. I want to know how you're doing with, there you are. Okay, hang on. I got to get the right one here. I've added you as a mod, Spirit Moon. I want to know how you're coming along. You haven't been messaging me lately to tell me how things are coming along or if you need any more help with getting in tune and how you're doing with your new decks. I want to know. So please email me. Yeah, so I didn't follow any of the commentary that was coming out from the reporters in the courtroom. I went into it and listened myself. Yay, Spirit Moon. And tried to repeat as much as I could of what I was hearing and giving you breakdowns when it was just a lot of information coming out all at once. So the good thing is we did find out that none of the motions were granted that the defense was asking for. All that information, all the wiretaps, everything that was on the phones and the ADT stuff, everything is going to be admissible. So all their motions were denied. And then we got a lot of information on what is coming, how the jury selection is going to go, and the trial. The trial is going to start March 28th. It's going to start with the jury selection for those who are just coming in. They're going to do the jury selection because Letecia's report from the psychiatrist that's going to be evaluating her won't be available till the 31st of March. So they're going to start jury selection on March 28th. They figure it may take a week. They're shooting for open statements April 4th. So it's good. It was a good day. Everything is on track and everything is still going forward. Oh, when you hear that little baby voice say hello, that's my ringtone for when my sister messages me on my cell phone. Yes, it was a good day, Betty Smith. It was a good day. So for those of you who haven't seen it, I did cover the Chad Daybell thing this morning. That was another shit sandwich, but we covered it. There was some information that came out there. If you haven't seen that, you can go and check that out. Once this live ends, you guys, it won't be available for a little bit. I want to add some description to it and whatnot. Once that's done, then it will be available for everybody to view again. My sister. Yes, I've been, me and Spirit Moon have been chatting a lot via email. Spirit Moon is also trying to get into connecting with her spirit guides and guardian angels and trying to start getting into card reading. So I've been giving as much help as to her as I can, and she's come a long way. She's doing really good. So I can't wait to see when she feels comfortable enough to do her very own first read. So we will be there to support Spirit Moon. Something I'm looking forward to. Yeah, stress-free. There was a couple things that had to be dealt with. The mods took care of it perfectly. I'm very proud of each and every one of them. Like I said, I've always said I have the best mods and the best subscribers anywhere. We do get some trolls that come in, so mods take care of that real quick. They don't put up with no gruff. They know what kind of channel I run. Opinions are one thing, but out and out attacks or bullying or rudeness, stuff like that, don't bring it here. And don't try and throw it towards me, my mods, or my subscribers, because I don't care if you're a channel member. I'll lose. I would rather lose you than have you come in and be able to show any disrespect towards me, my mods, or my subscribers. Drama must remain on the stage. I'm in YouTube Studio now, so I can't put comments on the screen. I would have to bounce back over there, and I tend to fall behind when I do that. But drama must remain on the stage says, I'm not a violent person, but that is one toad face, Chad, I'd like to punch. I think you'd have to stand in line, drama. Sudine, yes, we are happy to have you here. Yes, drama-free zone and safe zone for everybody here, not just for me and my mods, for all of you too. And the mods make sure that you are well protected. So just like today, I could not look at the chat because then I was going to get confused in my mind. When I did see a super chat and that pop up, I do make sure I put that up on the screen to thank you and show my appreciation for those. But other than that, I try not to look at the screen unless I see one of those pop up, because I was trying to hear everything the judge was saying and repeat it to you guys at the same time. So it was very trying. I don't know if I'd want to try that again. But for you guys, I would. So thumb number 273 is mine. Yay! Thank you, Sudine. I'm glad you, I like that. Thumbs up, number 273 is mine. She's claimed her number. It's yours, Sudine. Well, I appreciate you too. Sensible Crime says, I'd like to sick Letecia on Chad. She beat him to death. Half to death. Oh my gosh. You guys are great. Oh boy. It was nice to see Doug pop in. Haven't seen him in so long, and I've been so busy. I haven't been able to check out his channel lately, and I feel bad. I don't know if he's still in here or not, but it was really nice of him to pop in. Letecia involves a pickup truck and a long, bumpy dirt road. Oh gosh, you guys. Yeah, because people are dropping off now that it's over. People have dropped off. So that's why there's more likes now than viewers, because everybody's taking off because it's over, right? We're just chit-chatting now. ARS says, how the heck did Lori go from Charles to that? Who knows? He looks kind of dopey. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to have her in the courtroom, you guys, because she's been refusing to come. So I don't know if they're going to have to strap her down or something. I don't know. But I think that's the first time I've ever heard a judge say they have your laptops or any electronics that you want on your table has to be tethered down. Can you believe that, you guys? It has to be tethered down. And I am thinking that is because Letecia might grab something and wing it. So, okay, you guys, so I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank you guys all again for being here. Thank you to the mods, each and every one of you subscribers. You guys are the best. Subscriber numbers 17,450 or so. Sudine. Thank you, Sudine. Yes, we'll see you all again. Okay, let me give you the next court date that we have is Barry again. And that is on February 1st. So that's the next thing I am covering. I will be here Sunday live, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll do a little bit of chit-chatting about the cases from the week, and then we will be doing the mini reads. That's Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And then February 1st, we are back at 11:30 Eastern for Barry's next court appearance. So that's the next one. Again, Barry. And then the next one after that isn't until February 24th. So I'll get that all up. I'll make sure that they're all up a day or two ahead of time so you guys have time to hit the reminder. Sudine from Toronto, Canada. I am born and raised Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Born and raised. But I am now in the Ottawa Valley area. I loved Toronto as a kid. I remember running away as a kid, and I went to the Eaton Center in Toronto and hung out there. Yeah, I do, Betty Smith. I really think that that's why they want things tethered down, because they're not sure what Letecia's going to try and pull. Yep, judge is ready. Werner is getting down to business. Sudine says, awesome. I spent many days in both cities, but spent months in Ottawa in the winter. Wow, there you go. Gatineau's my favorite. It's on the Quebec side, but I like downtown Ottawa, the Rideau Canal. But Hamilton's always going to be where my heart is. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go for now. Go and make something to eat. It's almost 5 p.m. Eastern. I got to get my laundry turned over. So thank you so, so much. Is Canada open for travel? Yeah, you can travel into Canada as long as you have both your shots. Yeah, I hope they do put her in restraints. Okay, so with that, you guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. I hope I got the information out good to you guys. I was confusing myself at one point, trying to listen to the judge and try to speak at the same time to you guys. But I think I did okay for my first ever attempt on that. So thank you to the subscribers, my mods. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everybody for the super chats, the super stickers. They mean a lot. It means a lot getting that, because it shows the appreciation you guys have. So it does keep me going and keeps me wanting to continue to do these things, and makes it, worthwhile for everybody. Instead of having to wait a day or two for everybody to find it somewhere, to hear it, whatever, bringing it to you guys like this, I enjoy doing it for you guys. You guys are such great support for me and my channel. Anything that I can do for you, I will do. So until the next time, you guys, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you, Sudine. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye for now, you guys. Love you to the moon and back.